Only one team has been crowned PEL champions in the league's history, and that one team tries for their third consecutive title here in 2026. The Healdsburg Prune Packers start their title defense today against the West Coast Kings. Good evening, everyone. I'm Hugo Traverso, joined alongside by Easton Stockford, and we've got a great game in for you tonight as the Packers open up the league campaign against the West Coast Kings. The webcam app is currently down, so we are unable to have webcam connection right now. So we'll just do radio. Take Crease is on the mound for the Packers as John Bullock will come to the plate. Left-handed hitter for the West Coast Kings. Easton, how are you feeling about tonight's game? His first pitch is in there for a called strike across the letters.
Started as well, 3 innings pitch point, allowed more than drive. Solid arm out on the mound.
Crease's second offering is just a bit outside there. 1-1. Crease, a Cal Berkeley Golden Bear from Pleasanton, California. The 1-1. Swung on and hit foul off to the left and out of play. 1-2. Here's the offering, and that one's away. Great job there by Bullock to lay off of that one. Kings are 9-4 coming into this one. 9-5, rather. The 1-2 on the way from Crease. A big swing and a miss at the bending breaking ball for strikeout number 1. And so one down now as E.J. Cord will step to the plate. The pitch, and that one is in there for a called strike at the knees. Cord, the second baseman today. It's going Bullock, Cord, and Miles Clayton, the Santa Rosa Junior College outfielder, as the second offering from Crease is right down Plaza Street. Nice fastball there that Cord spits on, quickly 0-2. 0-2, Crease, steps, strides, delivers. Big swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt for strikeout number 2. Crease easily cruising here. Now Miles Clayton will step to the plate.
Crease just does a great job getting batters to just outside of the zone. Only a 3-pitch mix, but it's kind of that slider and dropping the splitter to get a goal in the swing mix.
First offering to Clayton is fouled off down the left field line and out of play. Clayton, Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cub, local kid. He's grown up going to these games. Part of that JC team that made it all the way to the NorCal Regional Final. The 0-1 on the way as a breaking ball in the dirt. Now moves to 1-1.
Also coming off the early loss in the years so far is the Chico Lone Wolf, so it's interesting to see how they'll respond tonight.
Here's the pitch. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says the umpire. So now it moves to 1-2. Clayton out of Lafayette, California. The 1-2 swing, and this one's grounded hard down the first base side. Picked up by Osenford. He flips it to Crease, and the side is retired. So, after the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for the West Coast Kings. Crease downs 2. We'll go over the Packers starting lineup. Leading off is Will Patrick. He's in center field. He'll be followed by Jack Rucker, the Tiger, playing second base. Hideki Prather bats third at the designated hitter position. J.C. Osorio Guard, the new Rainbow Warrior, is playing third today. Just recently transferred to Hawaii. Cade Campbell playing short, batting fifth. Jake McCoy in left field, batting sixth. Matthew Olsenford. He bats 7th at first base. Trevian Martinez makes his Packer debut. Recent transfer to Michigan. He's playing behind the plate today. And then Dane Morrow will round out the lineup, batting 9th and playing right field. Around the diamond for the Kings, behind home plate, is Caleb Hendricks. Jude Atley is his battery mate on the mound. John Bullock is at first, DJ Cord at second, Jimmy McNiven, that is, at third, Zach Altamura at short, and then left to right in the outfield, Wyatt Miyamoto, Emmett Johnson, and Miles Clayton. So Packers will look to have a strong start and a strong bounce back. It's blowing out to left field, and so I mean that's going to really help with the Packers right-handed hitters. It's going to be flying. Dick just said.
Now leading off the bottom of the first inning with the Prune Packers from LSU, center field number 6, Will Patrick.
Here's the first offering, and it is right down Main Street to Will Patrick, who stands in. Patrick so far this year is sporting, the pitch is outside. He is sporting a 381 average, 1-1 now to Will Patrick. 1-1 on the way from Atley. He kicks and delivers, and a big swing and miss on a high fastball there from Patrick. His first full 6 games of Packer baseball, 21 at-bats, a double, 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and that one's upstairs for a called ball. Count moves to 2-2. The offering, and a big swing and miss. And he lives up to the hype. Atley gets a big cut to start his evening off. As now Jack Rucker will come to the plate. A little California dreaming.
Rucker is able to pick up his LSU roommate and teammate.
The pitch, and that one is upstairs just above the letters to Ruckert. Ruckert, he's been doing incredible this year. 364 batting average, a double. He has himself 8 RBI. The 1-0 on the way from Atley is away and low. Count moves to 2-0. Kings have one of the more unique home run celebrations in the PEL. They have the big cape there, and they have a crown. They dress you up like a king if you're able to send one out. I saw that once last year against the Packers. 2-0. Upstairs 3-0. The Kings were not able to beat the Packers at all last year in league. Still, head coach Kyle Gross was able to get General Manager of the Year for the team he assembled. The 3-0. Right down Main Street, called strike, 3-1. Buffet count, as you mentioned. The 3-1, let's see if he can get some chicken fingers. And a big swing and a miss, he was looking for it. Count moves full. So full count now to Ruckert.
You get the shotgun mic.
In your bag?
The shotgun mic should be in the bin.
The pitch swung on and hit foul down the left field line and out of play. Ruckert, he led Catholic High of Baton Rouge to the 2025 state title, their third state championship of his high school career. So he has been legendary ever since stepping on a diamond. The 3-2 on the way. Ruckert waits the pitch. He lines this one to short, and a great play made by Zach Altamura. 2 down.
UC Berkeley, DH number 3, Hideki Prune.
And he swings and fouls that one straight back into the fencing here. Count moves 0-1. Prather already has a homer this year. He's matched last year's numbers, homer and 8 RBI. Here's the pitch. That one's a fastball that catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2 now. He's got 3 extra base hits, only 3 strikeouts in 6 games. Pretty solid so far for Prather. The pitch, and he fouls that one off, extended his hands there on a fastball out of the zone. This would be very strong for Atlee if he's able to down the Packers in succession. The 0-2 on the way. Upstairs, count moves to 1-2. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here. We apologize for the technical difficulties. The count moves to 0-2, or 2-2. Scoreboard is really finicky as that one's in the dirt for a called ball. Not our scoreboard on the broadcast, the scoreboard here at the stadium.
Did you grab my tripod?
So full count here with 2 down. Atlee collects, delivers, and this one's grounded hard to second, picked perfectly, throw on to first is in time, and the side is retired. So the Packers go 3 up, 3 down, and Kreese will head back out for his second inning of work when we come back. You're listening to Packer Baseball here on the Packers Radio Network. And we're back here. We've got a new aspect to our Packers broadcasting software and hardware. We've got a new shotgun mic, which is able to pick up the ambience of the ballpark. As Take Kreese goes into his second inning of work. His first offering is grounded foul down the third base line, and it'll nestle itself against the Packers dugout. Caleb Hendricks is the batter, the catcher batting out of the right-handed side. 0-1 on the way here from Crease. He kicks and fires. It's a big swing and a miss at the bending breaking ball. 0-2.
Got the mic set on me. Might have been a little loud there for a second, but
Well, I think it works. The 0-2, big swing and a miss, and Crease is down 3 of his first 4 batters he's faced by the way of the K. My goodness. Crease is on a roll right now. He's doing a great job.
these Packer pitchers have been very, very good. They saw their pitching woes last night, or not last night, 3 nights ago. 2 days off, but Brandon Mann retired 6 straight and 4 Ks as well. Both really sharp out there.
And Crease fires that one low. Here's the 1-0, big swing and a miss from Miyamoto. Wyatt Miyamoto, who we saw play for the East Bay Marauders last week, now back with the West Coast Kings. 1-1 with 1 down. The pitch. Swing, and this one's grounded hard to third, picked up by Osario Agard. Throw on to first is in time. 2 down.
Now batting for the Kings, third base.
Now 2 down with nobody on. 0-0 here in the top of the second. So 0-2 with 1 down here. Or no, excuse me, new batter. Jimmy McNiven. He checks his swing on that one, and the umpire rings him up. There are technical difficulties with the camera. The pitch from Crease is in the dirt. Count moves to 1-1.
Good stop behind the plate there. First game he's played this year. First game showing other than Tommy Brown has been behind the plate.
And we've got Stockton, Pearl, AJ Maligi checking in. The 1-1. Breaking ball is right down Broadway. Count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2. Crease, Foothill High School alum, playing in the East Bay Athletic League. One of the most competitive high school sports leagues in Northern California. The 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch. Swing, and this one is fouled off to the left. Count remains 2-2. Deuce is wild. Crease donning the number 22. So here comes the 2-2 from number 22. Big swing, and this one is hitting to dead center field. Moving in on it is Will Patrick. He will make the play, and the side is retired. So 6 up, 6 down so far from Take Crease. We will step aside and be right back. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the second. 0-0 here. Packers have been on a roll defensively. Talking Crease, 3 Ks so far at 5 his last time out. Here's the first offering, and that one is in there for a called strike. Bottom corner of the zone to Osorio guard. Here's the pitch, and he swings and clubs this one. Deep right field, way back there. Moving back is Clayton. He will watch it fly. That one is gone. Home run, J.C. Osorio guard. And Agard, who led the Packers in homers, has his first home run of the year.
Now batting UC Berkeley, shortstop number 2, Cade Campbell.
Every single home run the Packers have hit so far this year has been a solo shot.
Here's the first offering to Cade Campbell, who fouls it off down the right field line and out of play. Yeah, Crease has just been rolling. Here's the offering and a check swing on a pitch in the dirt. He's rung up 0-2 now quickly to Campbell. Jude Atlee, as you mentioned, Easton, guy from Torrey Pines, he's faced great baseball. 0-2. That one is in there for a called strike 3. Fastball on the outside part of the zone. Sits down Campbell on 3 pitches. That was a great way to bounce back. Here's the guy who can make it hurt if you give him a pitch over the plate, especially with the wind blowing out to left field. First offering to Jake McCoy is low for a called ball, breaking ball just below the knees to McCoy. 1-0. 1-0. That one is in the dirt. 2-0. McCoy, Rohnert Park, California native. Played his high school ball at Casa Grande, now at San Jose State University. The 2-0 on the way. That one's upstairs, 3-0. The fake count to McCoy is in the dirt, and he walks. So now Matthew Osenfort will come to the plate. Osenfort batting 188 so far this year in 5 games, but we'll see if he can flip his luck here. Yeah, he does have that number. So maybe a good day for him with the wind blowing out. McCoy leads away. Here's the first offering to Osenfort, and it's in there for a called strike. Breaking ball dropped in right in the bottom outer half of the zone. 0-1. 1-0 Packers lead here with a runner on first, and 0-1 count with 1 down. Atlee kicks and delivers, and that one is upstairs and inside. Count moves to 1-1.
Well, the Packers have been really good. Runners on base. They put a lot of pressure on the defense this year. Made a lot of chaos in the bounce. I should be able to get moving.
The 1-1. This one is hit, popped up down the third base line into foul territory, moving in and making the catch is Jimmy McNiven.
Michigan catcher number 11, Trevian
That will
Martinez.
move it to 2 down now, as Trevian Martinez will come to the plate. Martinez, recent transfer to the University of Michigan, spent his last year at UCSD. Martinez, a native of Union City, California. Played last year in the Northwoods League. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside, 1-0. Played for the Bismarck Larks in North Dakota. 11 games for them, 31 at-bats, 10 hits, 323 average, 3 doubles. Good summer ball player. We'll see what he can do in his first game with the Pack. The 1-0 on the way. That one is clubbed foul down the right field line and out of play. Lands near the Steindorf Barns. Count moves to 1-1. Martinez started all 48 games he played in this year. Had a homer, 32 RBIs, 10 doubles, a triple, and posted a .250 batting average. The 1-1, outside, 2-1. See if he sends him. Pick back over to first is not in time. So 2-1 now with 2 down. McCoy was 1 for 4 on the base pass this year. 2-1 is a high fastball way up and out. Cal moves to 3-1 against Martinez. Three and one now with 2 down to Travian Martinez. The pitch. That one is in there at the knees for a called strike. Martinez is ready to throw his bat and take first base. Coach Kyle Gross going to come out of the dugout and talk things over with his infield. Not entirely committing to the mound visit, just coming out of the dugout. The full count, payoff pitch is in the dirt, and Martinez walks.
Now batting University of Michigan, right field, number 14.
So now 2 down, and runners on first and second with a 1-0 lead. The Packers looking to extend it, and they've got Dane Morrow. 222 batting average, a couple of RBIs. One of my favorite all-time Packers walk-up songs. We're vibing here in the little press gantry booth, you could call it. 2 down, runners on first and second. First pitch to Morrow, batting out of the left side, is outside, 1-0.
Looking at the configuration of Coach Bloom's lineup, kind of interesting how he has schools paired together and the 2 LSU guys, Will Patrick and Jack Rucker up top. And then last year at Calif and Prather, last year at San Jose State, J.C. Osario on guard, and then back to Cal with Cade Campbell, and then back to San Jose State with Jake McCoy, and then last 3 hitters all going to the University of Michigan next year. So pairing up a lot of teammates, trying to harp on that chemistry from when they played in college together, and using that to have these guys pick each other up.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it right there, the 3 through 6 bouncing between Cal and San Jose State. Those guys are great friends. I mean, you see Jake and Hideki, they're best friends over summer, and seeing JC and Jake interact, I mean, you know that there's camaraderie there, and there's camaraderie between all 4 of those guys, you know, being Bay Area baseball players. So, you know, he's really harping on that chemistry, like you said, and it really works. They're picking each other up, and they love each other, and it's a great way to build a team. 1-0 now with 2 down as Coach Gross steps off and lets Atley stay on. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. Squirts away from Hendricks, and McCoy moves up. So now runners on the corners with 2 down for the Pack. Morrow himself has 4 stolen bases, so ideal guy you want to turn the lineup over. Hitters count. Here's the offering. That one's way inside, and it got him. Caught him on the front shoulder there. And that'll bring up the top of the order. So bases juiced for your leadoff hitter, and Will Patrick struck out his first time up. Patrick could become the first Packer to double-digit RBI if he's able to clear the bases here. First offering from Atlee. That one's a fastball just upstairs. 1-0 now to Patrick. Atlee comes set. Checks on the man at third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and hit foul. Rounded down that third base line. Count moves to 1-1. And you never know. You get guys playing here that might be in Omaha next year or might be coming from Omaha. The 1-1 with 2 down as Atlee steps off. One of those guys, Luke Mastoni, made one of the greatest plays in Murray State baseball history. He had the homer that put them over Duke and sent them to Omaha last year. The 1-1, that one is in the dirt, 2-1. Luke's own brother, Nick, who is an assistant coach at Mount Sac College in Southern California. He was an assistant coach for the Packers for a few years. 2-1 with 2 down. Here's the pitch, and this one's a fastball fouled right back into the screen. 2-2. So Deuce is wild with the bases loaded, and the Packers have a 1-0 lead. Patrick steps back in. Right-handed hitter. Calmly, patiently waiting. The pitch from Atlee. Check swing. Did he go? And the umpire says, no, he didn't. Now check to first, and he rings him up, and that is going to be the inning. So the Packers leave the bases stranded, and they are able to get a run home, though. So 1-0 lead for the Pack when we come back.
Back here at Rec Park for the top of the third inning. 1-0 to score thanks to a Jason Rosario guard solo shot. The only hit for the Packers and the only hit in the ball game so far. Stockford joined now by Julian Torrey as Julio Traverso goes down to try and figure out the camera situation. Kake Crease takes back to the mound. And Zach Altamura at the plate. First pitch breaking ball above the zone for ball 1. Good start so far from Crease, 6 straight retired, looking to keep it going. Fouled straight back. Messes up the camera that's already not working.
Hugo just went down there to put it up and already right back on his way.
Seems like we're trending in the right direction to getting it for you guys. 1-1 pitch, back to the backstop, 1-2. Crease the righty facing a right-handed batter in Altamura, playing shortstop today. 1-2. Crease rocks and fires. That one skips in the dirt on the fastball. 2-2 count. Packers wearing white pants, maroon belts, and black jerseys, maroon hats, maroon trim on those. Packers wearing white pants, yellow jerseys, That one's cut on and missed, strike 3.
Now batting for the Kings,
Straight retired
DH number 44,
by way of
Jake
the K.
Leader.
He is rolling here through 2 1/3.
How about Take Crease? First start goes out, no runs in 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. Comes out here today, 7 up, 7 down. Already has 4 on the day.
Now Jake Leader up as the designated hitter for the Kings today. Reese first pitch right down the gut for strike 1. A 1 count. Reese fires. That one grounded right side, just foul by about a foot. As that one skirted past the third base bag. 0-2 count. Take Crease looking for his 5th strikeout.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see.
Leader trying to stay alive. 0-2 pitch. Crease on his way. That one skied towards the Packer bullpen down the third base side.
How's the ankle?
We'll rewind and do the 0-2
It's not
again.
pairing, so I don't know.
Really nice to see Crease ahead of counts, especially the Packers pitching staff
Yeah.
falling back in
multiple
command the
times.
last couple of games and being ahead so
I'm
far
here to
has
grab
led to
it.
success.
Trying to take advantage of the righty-lefty matchup as that breaking ball's above the zone and then off the outside 1-2. 1-2 count here, 1 away for the righty, Take Crease. He sets, rocks, and deals. Splitter bounces on home plate, blocked by Leon Martinez. 2-2 count now.
Really good take there by Uter. The off-speed's been working good for Crease so far. Good job to lay off of it.
2-2. Swung on and missed.
Now batting for the Kings, center field, number 18, Emmett Johnson.
He's almost retired the entirety of this West Coast games lineup in order.
Really like the pitch selection there from Crease. Goes back to that same off-speed breaking ball, even though it missed in the dirt, puts it a little higher, makes it look like the fastball, and gets the swing and miss.
First pitch to the line hole hitter Emmett Johnson on the ground to short, picked up on a hop by Kate Campbell, fires to first but off the bag. Comes Matthew Rossiford, the close play at first regardless. Rossiford couldn't keep that right cleat on first base. So
Now batting for the Kings, first base, number 46, John Bullock.
Air.
it's the perfect streak of Take Crease and puts a runner aboard.
Credit to Johnson there for hustling down the line, put some pressure on Campo, who we've seen be phenomenal so far at short.
Air on the play. That one hit sharply down the first base side on the ground. And John Bullock struck out his first time around. Left-handed bat for the Kings. Runner off with first. Johnson showed he had speed on that ground ball. See if he used it. Crease on his way home. Slider in the dirt. He did stop behind the plate. On Martin as he comes all the way into the right-handed batter's box to make the scoop.
Tommy Brown finally getting his day off behind the dish. Trevion Martinez doing very well so far. Walk at the plate and do
The University of Michigan joining Dane Morrow and Matthew Rossiford. The 1-1 slider just missed. Caught the top left corner but called ball 2. Johnson off of first. Crease fires home. That one on the ground, snagged by the glove of Take Crease. As he puts away the comeback here and works Q3 individually. So it's an error that hits Emmett Johnson
Packers,
aboard,
I think it's
but
time
nine
to
retired in 10 batters.
Give a quick shout out and thank you to all of our sponsors and our partners, over 30 of them this summer for this great season. Tip of the cap, all of our sponsors.
Back here for the bottom of the third, Jack Ruckert leading things off. He squares the bunt. This is a breaking ball from Jude Adley, goes above the zone. And 1-out count to the LSU second baseman. Adley looking sharp on the mound.
Not a foul.
Exactly. Comes home with it. Breaking the ball, fouled back again. Count level at deuces. 2-2 count. Rucker trying to stay alive as the leadoff man. Athlete comes home, that one hits sharply on the ground. Baltimore over at short, picks it up, throws on the run over to first in time. That'll bring up. That can break through with one away. Righty bat facing the righty arm. Exactly comes home with it. That one a jam shot in the left center field. It'll group in for a base hit. Right off the hand.
University of Hawaii, third base, number 17, JC Sario Agar.
Packers have a runner aboard off first base.
That's just a great getting the move there. A little cold the last few games, but when he was on fire, those types of hits aren't seeing anything. He put it away, was down.
So the home run hitter, JC Sario Agar, steps in. Hugo mentioned, recently transferred to Hawaii. First game as a Rainbow Warrior here in Healdsburg. There's that one blocked behind the plate on the pitch on the dirt. Good job by Calif Hendricks to put his chest to that one.
It's a good first start. First at bat after you transfer, you take the ball backside over the bleachers.
Beautiful stadium out there in Hawaii as well. It's a 1-0 away. Another one blocked on the breaking ball. Just on the point of home plate. Back-to-back good stops by Calif Hendricks.
Beautiful.
Behind the dish. Becky Crayford, catcher over at Cal, who had usually fast speed for the position. That one a high chopper to third, picked up. Looking to second there is McNeeman as he'll throw it into first in time.
Now batting for UC Berkeley, shortstop number 2, Cade Campbell.
Drive home for the runner from second. First pitch to him. Down the right side. Well foul. Only 2 hits in the game so far, both of them for the Packers. The blue single is and then from Faithful and the home run for Sario Regard back in the second. No 1 count now. Anything held on at second. He'll take a big secondary lead. Slider drops in there. 4 strikes 2.
I didn't see Cade Campbell on Saturday. Impact loss.
I think 401 here, but 2. Happening on the way. That one in the dirt. They can take there by Campbell. Struck out one time this year. He wants to work some magic and driving Prather from second. He's going to have to do it with 2 strikes.
Really been one of the anchors in this lineup for the Pack.
1-2 pitch. That one line right field with the base hit. Prather steps on the inside. He's coming to the plate. Go home, cut off by the field of play. The plate not inside. For an RBI, single for Cade Campbell as the rookie Prather
San Jose State University left field, number 9, Jake McCloy.
Oppo hits so far this year. Players are willing to use the left field and take the ball the other way. He's really say up the right field there, but now he's getting inside himself that one right. Sorry, guard. Had a little backside juice there. Taking an Oppo home run away.
I think when the Packers are at their best, they're using the other side of the field. They don't know a lot of high fastballs as well.
2 outs, Jake McCoy, swing and miss, high fastball, hit from the pitcher all the way in right field. And Kate Campbell will move up to second on the E2. Caleb Hendricks tried to catch him sleeping with the big secondary over there at first and threw it into right field.
Really, with its been for two that was so far. Sorry, with guard on the high fastball outside, took it the other way, and used the same there with Campbell.
0-1 count after McCoy chase. Runner off at second now. That breaking ball well above the zone for ball one. So a 1-1 count. Here in the bottom of the third. Campbell off at second. Righty McCoy at the plate. Righty Atley now deals that one in the dirt. Good stop by Caleb Hendricks, excuse me. He's working hard behind the plate there tonight.
Nice to see the Pack scoring back-to-back innings. Last game, 2-3-4, didn't get one in.
And run in the second one, for 2 away from the point. That one catches the outside corner on the black. Strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 away. 2 hits in the inning so far for the Packers. McCoy. And actually Campbell did knock him 2 out. 2 strike single. That one's looking for another good stop. Hendricks pump fakes over to second to bring Campbell back in the bag. Now a 2-2 count. Atlas set. Checks over to second, kicks and fires. That one.
Having University of Michigan.
I apologize, it was a 3-2 count. I was a little confused there, but apparently I missed the ball.
We'll get back to Matthew Ossenfort.
So a walk for Jake McCoy keeps the inning alive. Now a mound visit for Jude Adams.
Now batting for the Prune Packers of University of Michigan, first base number 12, Matthew Ossenfort.
Still multi-run home runs, only the solo shots with all 8 home runs. Also looking to change that American flag in left field, going straight out to left field. The house is on University Street. That's the name of the street, right?
Yeah, University.
I'm learning this.
Straight on.
Should this be captain?
For a strike. The breaking ball drops in. Gurka.
What the fuck?
2 aboard, 2 outs.
It's been putting you.
Going out to the left center, like you mentioned. Anyone's the guy to hit it to the opposite field. It's awesome for you.
Is it like you too? Maybe, I guess.
Gurka on the ground over the first base, but stopped there by Bullet. Step on the bag. So 2 hits and an RBI. Single stabilization and 2.
For this day in baseball history,
I don't know how that
1938,
was.
Hall of Famer Jimmy Fox
I don't think it
sets
is.
a major league record by hitting
No, I heard you
walk
guys.
6 consecutive
Was it good?
times.
Did it sound good?
1938, Jimmy
Sounded
Fox.
regular. Using my computer mic. Okay.
Coming.
Also a strike. So back here for the top of the 4th. Trying to get picture up for you guys, but we do have better audio now. We realized we made a tiny oopsie. now we've got that figured out. So it's been it's been an interesting afternoon as Take Crease walked the first batter. And EJ Cord now stands off at first with no one out. Miles Clayton stepping in, left-handed bat for the West Coast Kings. We think we might have it working. Is that one hit high in the air out to right field? Ranging back is Dane Morrow. But it's Will Patrick out in center field who will make the catch. And there's one away.
You see a lot of those balls heading out to center field, and you think they might have a chance, and they just keep dying right in front of the ivy.
Center field is very deep out there. Hardest part of the ballpark that home run too. This is our camera being handheld by Hugo now. First pitch from Crease, taken back up the middle, base hit. First pitch swinging from the catcher, Caleb Hendricks. He will have the first hit of the game for the Kings, and it took him till the 4th inning to break through Take Crease. Now Wyatt Miyamoto will step in. Runners on first and second, one away for him. Hugo's arms are going to be tired by the end of this inning. He's on the move. Miyamoto steps in. Righty-righty matchup here. 2-0 the score for those of you just joining us. Take Crease on the mound. That one off the foot of Martinez, and he has no idea where it is. Both runners advance. Now no double play ball, 2 in scoring position for the Kings. And a chance of getting both back.
Yeah, Take Crease been pretty much cruising so far, but having a tough inning. Trying to get it back together is Martinez going to go back out to the mound.
Got an in-booth camera right now.
See live in the action.
Scream. As soon as you go turn that camera around, the stream got a lot uglier. A 1-0 count as Martinez will come out for a mound visit. Now you're getting a live POV of Hugo trying to go set up the camera. So at the mound visit, pointing it back towards me as he walks past our stream. I think he's just going to stand there, which is kind of unfortunate because I cannot see the game. Standing right in front of me. Now he's on the move, moving down the stairs as Crease fires. That one cut on and missed in the dirt.
I mean, this might be the first time all season we've had play-by-play of the game and of the camera trying to be set up all at the same time.
Turns the corner, grabs the step stool. Now working his way towards the pole. Up on the first, second, now third step. He's all the way up there. 1-1 count. Crease set. He kicks and fires. Big swing and a miss there. With one away, 2 in scoring position, would be a big strikeout. Now trying to get the angles right, getting direction from Julian. He'll have to reset. Miyamoto looking to do damage as Hugo looks to put up the camera. 2-1. Or 1-2, excuse me. That one hit sharply over to third. The guard comes home with it. Play at the plate, swim move. Did he get him? Yes, he did. A heads-up play by J.C. Asario. Guard to come home with it. 2 away. Run doesn't score. Runners on the corners.
and a real chance of getting out of this thing for Take Crease.
Good job there by a guard to just read the play. I mean, ball hit to the left side. Usually if you're at third and it's not a force, you're told to stay. Core decides to go on that one. The guard sees it right away and throws a strike to home. Good tag by Martinez behind the plate as well.
I think we got the camera set up now. As that one hit high and deep, left field, ranging back is Jake McCoy, and it's off the wall. One run comes in to score. From first comes Miyamoto. He'll come across, and we are tied here at Rec Park. A big swing of the bat from Jimmy McNeven. 2 RBI double, just the second hit of the game, and we are knotted at 2s. And we have a camera.
McNeven attacks the first pitch fastball straight into the left center field gap, splits both McCoy and Patrick. Absolutely no chance out there.
So that'll bring it Zach Altamura. Hugo now back in the booth with us. 2-2 the score. And there for a strike from Take Crease. Altamura from Cuesta, where he played his ball last year. 0-1 on the ground over to a guard, but he boots it. Gonna be a tough play, picked up by Campbell, throw across the diamond, and a good dig there over at first by Austin Ford. Might have saved the runner on second from advancing.
Yeah, I don't mind the effort there from Campbell to try and get the out, but if you're Matthew Austin Ford at first, you got to throw your hands up if the runner is already down the line. Make sure you don't create any extra chaos. It's the sloppiness that can hurt you in the field, especially when we begin to see a little bit of a spiral.
2 already across here in the top of the 4th. As everyone will come out to visit Take Crease. He's gotten 2 away, only giving up 2 hits. 2 hits, a walk, and a pair of errors now.
Yeah, for Drew Datley, Drew Datley was 2 pitches that got him 2 high fastballs. Take Crease only 1. Driving the left center that tied the game up here early on. Seeing these last few matchups for the Packers, been some fight on the other side.
Now it's Jake Eater with 2 aboard. So there's a piece of trash rolling on the field as well. Right behind him, his fastball catches the bottom inside corner for strike 1.
Crease sticking with the plan. No one hurt him. Still attacking here.
0-1. Breaking ball. That one missed. 1-1 count now, just below the zone.
Good pitch there from Crease to work that outer half. Almost had the back door on the off speed.
Even off of second. Altamura over at first. Crease comes home with it. No one skied into the netting and makes the count 1-2.
I feel like we see more foul balls go over the super tall net behind home than actually hit it. Gotta be careful with that ricochet.
1-2 count. Crease looking to get out of it. Checks over to second, rocks and fires. That one a good stop behind the plate by Martinez as he'll check the runner back.
Martinez has been very quick to get up behind the plate so far, showing some agility. Getting around Yeater there and getting to the ball quickly.
Well, Yeater trying to work some magic here. A 2-2 count, 2 away, 2 aboard. That one swung and missed as Yeater is put down on strikes. Crease able to get out of it, but 2 hits, 2 runs for the West Coast Kings. A 2 RBI double from Jimmy McNeven. 2 left aboard as well. 2-2. Also the score, all the 2s out here at Rec Park. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, where the Packers will look for a response.
Game 7 to pitch 5, scoreless innings in relief, with a total ERA of .29 in the 2014 World Series. Madison Bumgarner.
Packers give up 2 in the top half of the 4th, looking for a response here. Trevian Martinez leading things off. He walked in his first at-bat as a Packer. That one hits him. So 2 free 90s for Martinez as he is drilled on the first pitch. And a leadoff man aboard for the first time of the game for the Pack.
Yeah, last time Martinez took the walk and Morrow got hit. So maybe we get a little reverse psychology here. Morrow trying to deliver a big swing and advance Martinez, put the Pack in a good spot to retake the lead.
Lefty with Gerka still on the mound. That one a big bender in there for a strike. Coming in at 65 miles per hour. A lot of break on a slow curveball there.
It can be tough to pick up off of the fastball, especially in a pitch coming in that slow with that much break.
So the 0-1 tomorrow on its way. Another breaking ball that time off the plate outside. Count 1-1.
You know, most of the time you're told to sit on the heater and adjust to the off speed. You gotta wonder with a pitch like that if maybe you're sitting on it and you get lucky and able to drive it.
1-1 now. Martinez away at first. That one hit hard into right center field. Back goes Johnson, who has a beat on it. He'll make the grab. And a hard hit line drive there from Dane Morrow, just in the wrong spot.
The swing there from Morrow, got the barrel to it, just a little bit of a low spinner. Wind couldn't catch it. Fortunately, just died right center field.
So Will Patrick will step in. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Trying to come up here with one away and a runner off first. Take advantage of that leadoff man getting aboard. The first pitch strike there from Gerka.
Talk about the start of the year for Patrick. 0 for 3 in his last game. Still hitting .381 on the season.
1. That one broken bat right side. Picked up at first. Thrown across. Looking for the 2-ball. But won't get it. Good effort there from Bullock. Patrick will reach on the fielder's choice, and Jack Ruckert will step up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Bullock, you have to get in out there. It was spinning weird. Just had to be patient with it. Watch it all the way into the glove and made a nice throw down to second base.
So now Patrick trading place with Martinez. As Jack Ruckert will step in. He's 0 for 2 as well. Pair of hard hit balls to the shortstop. They have the pull shift on for him with Altamura all the way over, just a couple steps left of the second base bag. Runner goes. Throw down, off line there. Hendricks couldn't catch Patrick, who will steal a base and move into scoring position.
Seen it time and time from the Packers. Some of these opposing pitchers just stop looking over, even if it's on the left side. You have a southpaw on the mound, they just take advantage of it, start to pick up the cadence, and that's something you really see at a high level.
A 2-0 count. Gerka will step off. We will have a new pitcher for the Packers next inning. 2-0. Gerka deals. Breaking ball outside. Caden Castle's coming in. The follow-up Take crease. 3-0 count to Ruckert. Trying to keep things alive here with 2 away. Catcher set up outside. Gerka kicks, rocks, fires. Another breaking ball. That one skips in the dirt for ball 4.
Yeah, probably not the way Crease wanted to end his outing, but pretty solid the first 3 innings and gave his team a chance. 2 guys on now and a big at-bat for Hideki Prather.
Prather can get it all back and more with one swing here. 2 away though. Gurkha, this one lined into right field, but right at Clayton, who will make the catch. So 2 stranded for the Packers after they give up to pair reaching on a fielder's choice and a walk. No hits, no runs, 2 left aboard in the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the fifth inning, where Castles takes the mound for the first time.
With a walk-off grand slam.
Welcome back. Hugo Traverso alongside Easton Stockford as we get ready for the 5th inning. Caden Castles, the incoming sophomore at the University of California, Irvine, is on the bump. His first offering here is inside against the Ohlone College outfielder Emmett Johnson. 1-0.
Johnson, one of a few guys to reach base, reached on the second error the Packers have had tonight.
1-0 on the way from Castles is a high fastball that is swung and fouled off down the left field line and out of play. Count moves to 1-1. Castles is a Davis, California alum. So he's been around Northern California. Attended Davis High School, is a 2-time All-Leaguer there. The 1-1 on the way. That one's outside, 2-1.
Kind of a polarizing pitcher with his pitch mix as well. 6-pitch rotation, 4-seam, 2-seam cutter, changeup, curveball, sweeper.
Gotta love it. The 2-1 on the way. That one had to be the fastball fouled back off the catcher's mask.
Johnson forgot something there.
Yeah, Johnson's bat came out of his hands. Actually, it was fouled off the umpire's mask.
Gonna go put a little more pine tar on the bat after that one.
Yeah,
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, Castles, you talk about that 6-pitch mix. He comes from an incredibly athletic family. His parents attended Cal and UC Davis, and his sister runs track and field alongside cross country at NYU. So, athletic family. The 2-1, that one's a high breaking ball. 3-1. So they ruled it. Wasn't a check swing foul. He never actually made contact. It just hit the umpire. 2-1 here with nobody down. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled, and Johnson's
His bat comes out of his hands again, flying towards the Packers dugout. Who knows, maybe his coach wanted him to be a little bit of a hitman, take out one of the Packers.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen that twice in one at bat. I mean, grip it a little tighter, I guess.
I guess so. Payoff pitch on the way here from Castles, and this one's hit, grounded foul down the third base line.
Get some spider tack down there.
Yeah, Castles was a part of an Irvine team that was very hyped up, 5-0 to start the season, then went into the Live Like Lou Classic in Vegas, went 2-1 there, beating number 22 Vandy and number 24 Oregon as the payoff pitch is in the dirt and Johnson walks. So Irvine, they were so hyped up, and then they proceeded to miss their conference tournament. Now the Big West, mind you, great conference. Irvine being one of those great teams. I mean, could just name them off: Irvine, Davis, Long Beach, Hawaii, UCSD. I mean, you've just got so many great teams. UCSB too. It's interesting. First offering here from Castles is low to the man at the top of the order, John Bullock. Bullock is 0 for 2, struck out, and grounded back out to the pitcher. 1-0 on the way here to Bullock. He swings on this one and fouls it off down the third base side. Count moves to 1-1. Bullock donning the College of Marin helmet. The Mariners were unable to knock off the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs in the regionals this year. The 1-1, swung on and hit well. Opposite field, left field, back there, and foul. Landed on the warning track. One and two. Bullock got a hold of that one. 1-2 with nobody out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded hard, but foul down the first base side. One, two with nobody out and a runner on first. 2-2 ball game here. Bullock battling here. Here's the pitch. Castles fouls it off.
Good at bat here from John Bullock. Just staying alive. Really good sweeper there. Swing and a miss. Down and in on him, but able to just spoil it.
Yeah, Castles has a love for the Los Angeles Chargers. 1-2 on the way. That one's a fastball outside, 2-2. So don't worry, Irvine fans. You know he's loyal. If he's a Chargers fan. Easton, are you a Cardinals fan, being from Arizona?
No.
Lions fan?
Lions fan.
All right. 1-2, runner goes. This one is swung on and hit to the opposite field, giving chase is McCoy. He's back at the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting for the Kings, number 34, E.J.
So, one down now as E.J. Cord will come to the plate. 0 for 1 today. He walked his last time up.
A long at bat there. Good at bat from John Bullock. Didn't result in a hit, but that went pretty well at the left field. McCoy had a long run.
Yeah, gave a bit of a golf swing there to that one. First offering is a sweeper that catches the outside part of the plate for strike one to E.J. Cord. Clayton waits on deck. Johnson leads away. He's a quick runner. Here's the pitch. This one's a high fastball that's popped foul down the third base side and out of play. So one down here to Cord. Waits the delivery. Swing and a miss. Back pick to first is not in time. But Cord is sat down on strikes, and Castle's bouncing back here.
Much quicker at bat for him that time, but how about the pick over at first for Matthew Austinford? He's had a couple of those this game where he's had to come off the bag on a bit of an errant throw. Kept that one out of right field and probably kept Emmett Johnson off to second base.
Johnson might have even had a shot at third the way that the ball can roll here. It's unpredictable. First offering to Clayton from Castles is on the outer part of the plate for a called strike. Don't really know about that one. You actually saw the official reading on that one. Easton, what'd you think?
It wasn't close.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Makes him dig in the dirt.
It's about as close as that one.
That is, see, that can happen here with the umpires, and it's unfortunate, but it really forces these batters to defend the plate and enlarging their plate to almost like they're going to an endless buffet. The 0-2, check swing, throw is not in time to second. Johnson moves up.
Quite the throw there from Trevian Martinez. Bounced it off the mound perfectly into second base, but almost hit the right foot of his pitcher, Caden Castles. Almost worked, though.
Yeah, Martinez is 10 for 34 on stealing batters. As this pitch is in the dirt and it squirts away, and Johnson moves over to third. So now the go-ahead run for the Kings, who haven't ever beat the Packers, is on third. 2-2.
Over on third here. Emmett Johnson, I think it's being told right now he's running as soon as he sees Miles Clayton swing at a ball here.
2-2 on the way. Swing, and it's fouled back. Clayton, I believe, has removed his Santa Rosa Junior College emblem from his helmet. 2-2 with two down. The pitch. Outside. Count moves full. And Martinez hosed 10 runners out of 34. The best caught stealing percentage out of any Packer catcher on this roster. The 2-2, or 3-2 rather, is upstairs, and he walks.
Not the worst walk out of there. You have the open base. You'd like to get him on the payoff pitch, but really no harm done. Still 2 outs. Still have a chance to get a guy out and get out of the inning here.
So now with 2 down, there's runners on first and third in the 2-2 ball game as Caleb Hendricks is at the plate. Hendricks waits. The first offering from Castles is a breaking ball that falls right into the breadbasket. 0-1. With 2 down. Castles kicks and fires. That one is in there, and the back pick to third is offline. It squirts into left field, and Johnson comes home on the air. And it is now 3-2 West Coast Kings. They have the lead.
Yeah, just third error of the game for the Packers. Can't have mistakes like that. Can't have 3 errors through 4 innings in league play.
And now a 3-2 ball game. Runner on second. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled at the thin part of the bat into the bleachers down the first base side. So 0-2 now with 2 down to Hendricks, who is battling. He singled his last time up, then came around to score. So we'll see if he can bring home a run and give some insurance here for the Kings. Castles stares in, kicks and fires. Swing, and this one's lined down the left field line. It gets down off the base of the wall. It kicks back right over the head of McCoy. Scrambling to get it is McCoy. He'll throw it back in and into second with a double that brings home an insurance run is Caleb Hendricks. 4-2 now for the West Coast Kings.
Packers really haven't trailed much, but trailed last game. Were able to come back and then ended up losing after a big 8th inning from the Chico Lone Wolves. So it all comes down to how they're going to respond in the bottom half of these next 2 or so innings. They can fire back and rally.
Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike to Wyatt Miyamoto. Should be mentioned. I mean, we talked a lot about chemistry earlier on in this broadcast, and Chico, that team, a lot of those guys have been playing with each other since Little League. So they give a great product out, and they're a great team. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. The future of the Chico Lone Wolves lies in the Lobos Baseball Academy, LBA, also named after their head coach, the Lochte Baseball Academy. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a high fastball that was inside. Miyamoto climbed for that one. Castle's trying to get out of the inning, limit the damage, as it's a 4-2 game with a runner on second. 1-2 count now to Miyamoto. Castles comes set, checks on the runner, kicks and delivers. And this one is hit high in the air down the right field line. Morrow over towards it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the nightmare continues for the Packers as West Coast puts on another 2. 4-2 when we come back. You don't want to go anywhere. Welcome back here. 4-2 the score. The West Coast Kings lead. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 hits. As the first offering to JC Osario Guard is outside for ball 1. 1-0 now. Agard homered his first at bat and then grounded out to third as second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside. And he didn't even flinch.
Highest batting average on the team coming into tonight as well. Batting .450 so far this year. He's 1 for 2 tonight, so that's going to go up at this pace.
And 2-0 is inside. Count turns to 3-0. Yeah, Osario Guard, he was excellent last year, so, you know, more of the same. 12 homers, led the team in home runs, as I mentioned, a .368 batting average. But I should mention that he finished the year batting above 450 because he had had such a lull to start his year. The 3-0 buffet count is high and outside, and a starting the guard walks. So a good start for the Packers to try to bounce back. Now they have Cade Campbell coming up. Campbell waits. First offering on the way from the lefty. There's a big bending curveball that is left upstairs. Ryan Gerke out on the mound for West Coast Kings, donning some new gold jerseys with their gray caps. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. So 2-0, runner on first. On the way, here's the pitch. That one is in the dirt, 3-0 now.
Caleb Hendricks has done a really good job behind the plate. He's blocked a lot of balls, and Packers have newly taken advantage of free 90s this year, but not allowing a whole lot of those tonight.
He's doing a great job. However, Gerke could use some help with locating as he fires a 3-0 off the plate. Count goes to 4-0, and Campbell takes another free pass.
Now, mound visit here.
I think this might be it for Gerke, and it seems it will be.
8 straight balls to start the inning. Not what you see, especially after scoring 4 over the last 2. Need your pitcher to just throw strikes, give the defense a chance to make some plays out there.
Gerke is responsible for the runners on first and second. And we'll get a check on who's coming in when we come back. Welcome back here. We've got a new pitcher, and it is Cole Houghton, recent graduate of San Ramon Valley High School in Danville, California. This year, 3.32 ERA in 10 appearances with a save. His junior year, a .98 ERA in 9 appearances, so he has the capability to be filthy and save the Kings here as he immediately steps off and watches Osario Guard retreat back to second. So runners on first and second if you're just joining us. Bottom of the 5th. It's a 4-2 ball game here between the Kings and the Packers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. McCoy.
Generating a lot of spin on that breaking ball, right around 2,600 RPMs. It's about 87 to 89 on the fastball.
He's going to be very solid wherever he goes next year. The 0-1, another breaking ball gets McCoy swinging out of his shoes. And McCoy, I mean, credit to him, has really upped his discipline. 2 walks today. Had 54 strikeouts this year at San Jose State, so trying to shy away from that. The 0-2 on the way to McCoy. Breaking ball, and he times that one up perfectly. Deep center field. Back on it is Johnson. He will watch it fly. The Pack take the lead. Jake McCoy. A 3-run bomb for the Spartan. Second most homers in program history. And he knocks his first one out here in the Berg.
The first home run of the season for the Packers that wasn't a solo home run, and it couldn't have come at a better time. They give up 4 in 2 innings to go down 2. What better time for a 3-run shot from Jake McCoy, especially to have his first of the year.
Well, Houghton left that breaking ball kind of hanging right over the plate after throwing it twice, and so McCoy just timed it up perfectly. Houghton now, his first offering to Osenford is in there for a called strike at the knees. That's a great feeling, I know, for Jake McCoy. The pitch, breaking ball is outside, 1-0.
Now you go to the bottom of the lineup, which has been hot for the Packers. Austin Fort, Martinez, Morrow, the next 3 due up. Still no one out, and with 3 already across, you got to do more damage.
Yeah, the 1-1 is fouled off. Count moves to 1-2. Yeah, of these bottom 3, they've reached base 3 of 6 times at the plate. So now a 1-2 count to Osenfort, batting out of left-handed batter's box. The 1-2, and he lines this one over the leap of the second baseman and into the gap in right center field. He is rolling past first, headed for second, and he'll be in there standing, throwing up the Cobra as the rally continues here for the Pack.
Great swing, pulls side, timed it up perfectly, and just an absolute seed into the gap right there. Great swing by Austin Fort. Julian talked about earlier how he has the power bat. Not a huge average guy.
Well, now a 5-4 ball game as Trevian Martinez will come up and try and keep the line moving. Help out his future teammate, his future Wolverine. Houghton waits and delivers. Fastball is fouled off down the third base line. And we've got Julian down on the sidelines. Julian, you heard Coach Gomes talking to the boys. What did he say?
How's it going, Hugo? Thank you for sending it down to me. Yeah, I said it was going good. Just told the team as I had to look back and throw down the first in time. A nice play there for McNeven. Just told the boys they need to stay in it, right? Kind of getting a little sloppy on the field. Just telling them to keep their heads in the game, put together some good at-bats, and try and string something together on offense, and it seems to have woken them up a little bit.
Coach Gomes is always good at inspiring his guys. That's what makes him such an excellent coach, the reigning PEL Coach of the Year. His first game here in 2026.
Yeah, Pack have been on a roll. Thank you, Julian. That one's in the dirt. So runner on second with one down here. Pack have already brought across 3 in the inning, as that one is a breaking ball in the dirt, 2-0. So Houghton hasn't been able to find his control here. (1-0) inside, almost got him. 2-0. Check that. Count is now 3-0. As that one is in there at the knees for a called strike. (3-1) with one down. Houghton set, the belt, the delivery. And that one is outside, and Morrow walks. So now runners on first and second here, as we have a pinch hitter. After Will Patrick went 0 for 3 tonight, Zane Kelly has come in here in the 5th, likely be taking over center field, left-handed batter. Kelly waits. The first offering to the Aztec is in the dirt. 1-0.
Kelly really trying to get his season going. He has 5 walks this year, but only batting .250. 5 strikeouts for him. Driven across 4 runs and had a home run a couple games ago. A good spot for here to try and support the rest of the season.
Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Check to the infield umpire. Says no. Kelly so far doing great, as you mentioned, Easton. He was 7 for 10 on the base pass this year for the Aztecs. So going to be a good guy. 2-0. This one's fouled off. 2-1. Camera stays alive. Kelly is a native of Sin City, and Coach Gomes not really gambling bringing him up. Great batter, but we'll see if it pays off. 2-1 on the way here. The delivery, and Kelly fouls this one down the left field line and out of play.
Played at San Diego State last year. Had himself a pretty solid year. There's a lot of power. Only batted .225, but did have 9 home runs. Drove across 38.
He brings home runs. That's what they need right now, as the 2-2 is off the plate. 3-2. Breaking ball couldn't find its way into the zone. He's been a guy who's just always been quick. When he played at Faith Lutheran High in Las Vegas, Nevada, his senior year, he had 12 stolen bases. 2-2. Inside. And Kelly walks. So 3-2 count, actually. So back-to-back walks, and we'll see what Coach Ghost looks to do here. Looks like Hendricks is going to head out and talk to his left-hander. Right-hander, excuse me.
Bases loaded, 1 out here. Jack Ruckert, anything in the air would be ideal. Just got to keep the ball off the ground here. Got to see the ball up in the zone. Try and elevate with it.
Yeah, got to have great looks here. Try and get some insurance runs across the plate. Left-handed hitter against the righty on the mound in Houghton. This would be a huge point for the Tiger to have the first Packer grand slam of the summer. The pitch, and he grounds this one to short. Fielded by Altamura. On to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. It gets under the glove of Bullock. 1 run scores. 2 runs now across to score. And Ruckert clears the bases on the fielder's choice, bringing home 2. Error against E.J. Cord, so he gets an RBI, doesn't get exactly the second RBI, but the Packers explode for 5 runs here, and it's now 7-4. And Hideki Prather now coming to the plate. Know for a fact Rucker wants him to bring him home tonight. The pitch, runner goes, throw down to second is on the money. Ruckert is caught stealing, and that will do it for the 5th. The Packers do tag on 5 though and jump ahead 7-4 when we come back.
Major League season.
Welcome back here. Top of the 6th inning. Packers up 7-4. Castles into his 2nd inning of work. His first offering is just a bit high to Jimmy McNiven. I believe actually we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Where's that McNiven? The 1-0 is grounded hard to short. Fielded by Campbell from shallow left field. On to first in time. Cannon shown off there by Campbell's. That one was Davis Minton. So now the pinch hitter is coming through here as we saw Davis Minton, and now we're going to see Blake Porter from the University of San Francisco. Porter watches that one for a ball, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Castles, and this one is a high ground ball in the infield, picked up on a hop by the second baseman, and Olsenfort lost it in the sun. The throw on to first was in time, but Olsenfort completely lost it as Ruckert fired it over. And that is going to be an error against Olsenfort. So call it what you want to call it. Could be a Mickey Mouse base runner, but that is a base runner nevertheless. Now Jake Yater is up to the plate. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there for a called strike.
It's the 4th error on the day for the Packers.
Yeah, that is brutal to see if you're a Healdsburg fan here. As the sun is setting, it does cast a really big beam of light over at first. You can see it on our camera right now. Here's the pitch. High fastball gets him to swing and miss. As it is actually Ethan Flynn from Cuesta College at the plate. So the Kings starting to make their changes. A 48-man roster for the West Coast Kings. Now, not all of them are here, but it's interesting. The 0-2 is in the dirt, 1-2. Hence why we see Wyatt Miyamoto on the Marauders, and then also with the Kings now. The Marauders and a few other of those Bay Area Collegiate League teams are affiliates of the West Coast Kings, and so they get a lot of the Kings players. The 1-2 in there, called strike 3. Caught the outside part of the plate, and they ring up Flynn. Now Emmett Johnson will come to the plate. Easy to see who he is because of his Ohlone College helmet. Ohlone had a great year, made it all the way to the 3C2A state finals. The pitch, breaking ball is inside for a called ball 1-0. Thank you all for joining us. 2 down here as the sun begins to set in Healdsburg. Check over to first, not in time. Here's the pitch. High fastball, and Johnson spits at that one. He walked his last time up, stole second, moved to third, and then reached home on an air back pick from Trevian Martinez. 2-0 with 2 down. Runner on first is playing some happy feet as a high fastball is fouled off to the left and out of play.
Castle's really elevating that fastball. 6-pitch mix, keeping the heaters up in the zone with that 4-seam, 2-seam cutter, and that sets up that curveball sweeper changeup really nicely to where he can get swings and misses below the zone.
1-2 with 2 down. Let's see if he can get a swing and miss right here. The pitch upstairs. Johnson doing a great job here of just spinning on these high pitches as it moves now to 3-1. Scoreboard just taking a beating out here. 3-1, the pitch, runner goes, and Johnson pops this one up into foul territory right behind home plate. Moving towards the dugout is Martinez, but the ball will land on the roof and then fall all the way down and hit Coach Gomes on the foot. Luckily, it did bounce a couple times. Emmett Peterson, our statistician and analytics guy, yelling out 4. Speaking of golf, we'll have some Fungo Golf episodes up for you later this week. And Caden Castle's his favorite sport outside of baseball is golf. The 2-2 is swung on and clubbed down the left field line, foul towards the Packers bullpen. Johnson's been getting a hold of him, but he's just had a lot of parties out front.
Really good at bats. Staying alive against all these Packers pitchers.
2-2 is in the dirt, and actually it was a 3-2 count, and Johnson walks. Castle's coming open a little bit, as now the top of the order will come to the plate. John Bullock will step up, staying in this game despite being 0 for 3. He's going to try and work his magic. He presents the tying run for the Kings at the plate. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Kings. 7 runs, 6 hits for the Packers. The pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. A 1 with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Porter, the man on second, reached on air, and that 7 spot in the Kings lineup has been really air happy, as Altamura reached on an air in the 4th, and then Porter reached here in the 6th. The 0-1, here's the pitch. Fastball is just outside. Count moves to 1-1. Actually 1-2 rather. 1-2 with 2 down. Righty on lefty here. Castles sets. Kicks and fires. That one's in the dirt. It kicks away from Martinez, and both runners will advance. So now runners in scoring position for the Kings. Second and third, and they're pretty quick in Porter and Johnson. So a bloop base hit. Any form of ball on the ground that gets through into the outfield could bring home 2 for the Kings. And the Mariner and John Bullock is looking to make that happen. 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch. This one is lined down the right field line, but foul. Landed about 4 feet right of that right field line.
Got Emmett Johnson 1 second as well. It was shown he has some wheels, so imagine base hit's going to score 2 pretty easily here, especially with how far off a second he is.
2-2, and this one is blooped into right field, and it gets down. 1 run scores. Here comes Johnson. The throw in is not in time. He scores, and it's 7-6 now. The Kings just won't go away.
Now batting number 34 for the Kings, E.J. Cord.
And our broadcast intern, Nolan, would you care to enlighten the fans on what the score is, Nolan?
It is 6-7. Packers are up.
Packers didn't have a game on what was a lot of summer ball teams' brain rot day, June 7th. But there's never a lack of it here in Healdsburg. First pitch is a high fastball for ball 1 to E.J. Cord. The 1-0. Swung on and grounded past Osorio Agard at third. And chugging along into third is going to be Bullock, moving up to second. On the double down the line is going to be Cord. And now with runners on second and third and the potential go-ahead run on base, it looks like that'll be the day for Caden Castles. And we're going to see Lerma time a little bit earlier than expected.
Looks like we...
So Castles gets a standing ovation, but I think that standing ovation is for Mason Lerma, local legend, graduate of Cardinal Newman High School, spent 3 years at Davis, going to be back for his 4th year, he announced. So we'll see. Likely that'll be his last year of collegiate baseball, but you never know with how the NCAA is. 5th year could be installed. And again, we have the Old West ballad for Lerma.
Well, he has the 1 start. Through in the 9th inning. He only allowed 1 base runner on a close walk. Came up here after the game. Talked to our analytics team about the 1 pitch he missed. And that's the type of baseball nerd he is he misses a spot by an inch, and quite the perfectionist out there on the mound.
Well, yeah, he is a perfectionist. That's a great way to put it, and a baseball nerd. We went up to Humboldt last year for game 1 of that 3-game championship series, and for 4 hours in the van, Lerma just nonstop talked about expected ERA. And he talked about diving into his own expected ERA and certain pitchers and the way that they pitch, because Lerma himself has been so incredibly dominant throughout his collegiate career and in high school. He was committed to Division III Occidental College and then flipped his commitment almost last second to Davis after throwing a no-hitter in the Boris Classic against Oak Ridge. And since then, he's been Davis through and through. I mean, the list of accolades is incredibly long. But 2025, 1.01 ERA. This year, 2026, comes back with a 2.96 ERA. And he's just been so dominant with the Packers. Pitcher of the year last year, Pac Empire League champion, all Pac Empire first team. And then in game 2 of the championship series, get this, Easton, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, a walk, a hit, and he got the win. Unreal. No earned runs. Had his .9 ERA last year and a 0 ERA in 2024 with the Pack. So he is just unreal.
Gonna have to get out of a tough spot here, though. I mean, 2 in scoring position, but no better man you would want on the mound than Mason Lerma in a tough spot like this, where it feels like the game could tilt in one swing of the bat.
Well, yeah, it could. And Lerma, though, he knows how to take advantage of these opportunities. Two down. Ghost Riders in the sky. As Lerma comes set. His first delivery to Clayton is in there for a called strike. 0-1 now. 2 down, runners on second and third. 7-6 your score here at Recreation Park in the top of the 6th inning. Lerma stares in, gets his sign from the left side of the slab. He delivers. Fastball's outside. 1-1 now. Before every game, Lerma writes a Bible verse inside his hat to keep his faith with him on the mound. 1-1. Breaking ball is fouled off to the left and out of play. 1-2.
Really relies on that slider and these 2 strike counts. Was the pitch he missed for the only walk of the game. There's a lot of movement on it. See if he goes to it here.
1-2 with 2 down. Billy did a tunnel is high. And he throws a fastball that gets away from Martinez. It trickles towards the Kings dugout, and a run comes across to score. We are tied yet again. Oh my goodness. Mistake after mistake for the Packers, and it cost them their lead. The Kings rally back, tie things up yet again. So 7-7 ball game, 1-2 now. The pitch, that's in the dirt. Martinez luckily keeps it in front of him that time. So now a 2-2 count here to Clayton. Trying to come through against the Prune Packers. The pitch in the dirt, and he walks. There's a 3-2 count. And Clayton back-to-back walks now as Caleb Hendricks will come to the plate. Hendricks, right-handed hitter, doubled and brought home a run his last time up. See if he can replicate that right here. Runners on the corners with 2 down in a tied ball game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded, foul down the third base side. Huge there for the Packers as they get a nice bounce off of that Rec Park infield.
I would have definitely been a little bit closer down that third base side. Sure, a guard might have been there, but would have been a tough play all the way across the diamond.
And now 0-1 with 2 down. Wouldn't be shocked if we see Clayton lead away as Lerma grunts and fires. That one is in there at the knees. 0-2 now. Lerma giving some words to his catcher, explaining how his pitches kind of are going to move, which might be counterintuitive The 0-2, swing and a miss. It doesn't matter. Lerma pumps the fire, and it is Lerma time here in Northern California. The Packers are gonna need some runs though. When we come back, 7-7, you're listening to Packer Baseball on the Packers TV network. Welcome back now. Hugo Traverso alongside Julian Corey as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-7 your score. It's been a wild few innings here as Houghton goes into his 2nd inning of work. First pitch is a breaking ball grounded foul by Prather. Hideki in this game 1 for 3, singled back in the 3rd. Houghton trying to keep it tied here. Here's the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Ball 1-1 now. 2 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th, and then a further 3 in the 6th for the Kings to get their 7. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. The Packers were up 3 heading into this inning after scoring 5 in the bottom of the 5th. Unreal change of events here. The 3-2 pitch from Houghton is in the dirt. Actually 2-2, and the scoreboard was messing up there. Now 3-1.
I mean, it could be tough as a team when you put up 2 runs and the team goes and scores a 5 spot on the other side. You just got back in the game and all of a sudden you're down again and they come back.
3-1 is popped up on the infield. Coming in on the grass is Bullock, and he makes the catch. Prather is retired. So now it'll be J.C. Osario-Agard, who walked to start the 5th inning.
J.C. Osario-Agard.
Osario-Agard with that robotic dance music. Strong right-handed hitter. The first offering here from Houghton. The high kick and delivery is fouled off into the bleachers.
I mean, we know what the carry can be like here to right center field if you just get the ball in the air and the wind's blowing out, but it's still always impressive to see a right-handed hitter go backside.
Yeah, as the pitch there, no chance to go backside as he gets hit. And another free pass for him now with Cade Campbell coming to the plate. Agard, though, the wind now blowing to dead center field, so reasonable chance.
Campbell with 8 RBIs on the year. Scored 5 times as well, batting in the 400s.
And now runner leads away. First pitch to Campbell is grounded foul on the first base line. 0-1.
Very smart hitter in the box. Knows when he needs to shorten up and have a team at bat. Showed it earlier with the RBI single, trying to do something similar here.
And Lodi native looking to bring home Agard, and he breaks his bat. Grounds it up the middle. Play is made by the shortstop, Altamura. Throw on to first is in time. That is now 2 down. And now Jake McCoy will come to the plate.
Yeah, Campbell lucky. He didn't get a chance to go to second there. Good jump from a guard. Kind of looked at the broken bat, and they might have been able to have 2 if it wasn't for a guard getting to the base so quickly.
Well, now it's going to be Jake McCoy, who, well, before the Kings tied it up, was reasonably player of the game, but now it's 7-7 ball game, so he's going to have to deliver once again. The pitch, big swing and a miss on a high fastball. McCoy looking to bring in the go-ahead run, which is his former collegiate teammate in Agard. 0-1 on the way here from Houghton. He kicks and fires, and that one is in the dirt. Kept in front, though, by Hendricks. Great job behind the plate.
Over the last 2 games, seen McCoy just take much better at bats. 2 for 4 on Saturday, 2 walks. Again here today, and then delivers the big blow, obviously in the 5th.
1-1. Breaking ball, and this one's blooped into center field. Falling, it's in! Agard steamrolling past third. Throw in is cut off, and the Packers retake the lead. Jake McCoy, have yourself a night. Reached base on all 4 times at the plate, and 4 RBIs to go alongside that. Incredible.
And when you're hot, right? McCoy finally found his swing, and no matter where you hit it on the bat, one of those instances where it's always going to get down, and really playing in the Packers' favor. Good job of responding.
Well, 8-7 now here with 2 down. And it'll be Matthew Osenfort coming to the plate, left-handed batter. McCoy leads away at first. Houghton kicks and fires, and this one is going to be blooped on a hop, fielded by Cord. Throw on to first is in time, and they retire the side. But the Packers do bring a run across to retake the lead. 8-7. It's going to be Lerma time resumed when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
back here for the top of the 7th inning. Packers retake the lead 8-7. Easton Stockford alongside me, Hugo Traverso. Appreciate Julian Corey stepping in last inning as Mason Lerma takes back to the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Walked 1, struck out 1. Just needed 1 out to get out of that 6th, and he'll face Wyatt Miyamoto to start things off, who fouls 1 into the dugout of the Kings. Luckily, everyone appears to be okay. Miyamoto having himself an 0 for 3 night, pair of groundouts and a fly out. Trying to get back the run they surrendered in the 6th. That one skied into right center field. Ranging over is Zane Kelly, but it's Dane Morrow who cuts him off and makes the grab.
Yeah, good job there, putting wood on ball there for Miyamoto, but at the end of the day, they need base runners and they need to put the ball on the ground, and the Packers already 4 errors today, arguably 5 with last inning's passed ball. I mean, putting the ball on the ground has to be the mission here.
Oh, it's Davis Minton up at the dish. First pitch to him in the dirt, ball 1. Pinch hit it for McNavian. A couple innings ago, McNavian had a 2 RBI double. Minton grounded out to shortstop as that breaking ball loops in there for a strike. 1-1 count now. Lerma got a quick first out, looking for a second. That one inside, called strike. Dotted on the lower inside corner.
And this is what the Packers need. They need a pitcher who's going to attack, and Lerma's just that.
Looking for a second strikeout. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Trevian made the squeeze behind the plate as well, so Lerma notches his 2nd strikeout of the game and the 2nd out of the inning. Blake Porter, right-handed batter, trying to get something going with 2 outs here. Lerma trying to retire the side in order. First pitch in the dirt. Doesn't throw the hardest, but a lot of break, locates well, and is efficient. A 1-0 count, 2 away here. Lerma kicks and fires. That one catches the black on the inside corner for strike 1. So a 1-1 count here. It's the sun finally starting to creep behind the houses in left field. Lerma on his way. That one tipped straight back. Now a 1-2 count. Lerma 1 out away from going 1-2-3.
And I think he might have watched a little bit of the French Open recently. He's channeling his inner tennis player with the grunts before every pitch.
1-2, Lerma fires inside, cold, strike 3. It's Lerma time in Lerma land as he skips off the mound. 3 up, 3 down for the lefty. No hits, no runs. Packers still lead it 8-7. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-7 the score. Packers lead it in what has been a seesaw battle here on this Tuesday evening. The first game of PEL play. And Trevian Martinez, leading things off. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out. Was hit by a pitch and walked as well. As this one shot the other way into the trouble triangle. And a diving effort, but it falls. Tough to see down that first base side. What an effort over at first by John Bullock, but couldn't make the squeeze, and it'll be a leadoff single for Martinez. Looked like he had that for a second. Would have been a Sports Center worthy play.
Yeah, and I mean, we've already seen PEL alum in Sports Center top 10. We saw James Outman make an incredible diving catch for your Detroit Tigers, and that earned him a spot in Sports Center top 10.
Solid debut with a home run and that catch as well. His first pitch outside to Dane Morrow.
Also, no, he hasn't reported yet, but Matt Mansberry in one of the Ohio State Championship games, the game that he was playing in, they had a Sports Center top 10 play.
1-0 fouled straight back. Now a 1-1 count to Morrow. Trying to add on here to the leadoff single from Martinez, who's off at first now. Houghton still on the mound. The righties trying to keep working here through the 7th. That pitch outside corner called strike on Morrow. Just a bit off the plate on the track man. A 1-2 count now for Morrow. No one out here. Runner off of first. Houghton comes home with it in the dirt. Morrow will lay off.
Potential Summer League baseball history coming out of the Cal Collegiate League. The Slow Blues and Sonoma Stompers in the first inning had both pitchers throw immaculate innings.
2-2 in the dirt. 3-2 count now. Pretty impressive there.
Yeah, that's huge down in San Luis Obispo. When was the last time you saw both starting pitchers open the game with immaculate innings? That's unreal.
Never. Full count now to Morrow. Houghton set, checks to first, payoff pitch on its way. Outside, Morrow draws a walk from down 0-2. A good bounce back there. Now runners on first and second as the lineup will turn over for Zane Kelly. Morrow now reached 3 times, pair of walks, and hit by a pitch.
And we're going to have a pitching change here, it appears.
Kelly also walked his first at bat, getting some signs over at third from Coach Gomes. See if it's a pitching change. No one coming in from the bullpen just yet. So Martinez will hustle back over to first and discuss with his teammates. Looks like they're going to stick with Houghton out there. Try and let himself get out of the jam. 2 free bases given up, or rather a single and a free base. Martinez had a bloop single and then the walk from Morrow. Now the power bat of Zane Kelly. We'll see what the signs from Coach Gomes meant. Big lead off of first for Morrow. Martinez held on tightly. Houghton fires, steps off, and attempts to fire back, but nobody covering. Martinez will be forced to retreat. 2 on, no one out here. Kelly trying to do damage. First pitch, outside, ball 1. No movement despite the signs, as Coach Gomes will go for some more now. A 1-0 count. Houghton holds on Martinez and comes home with it. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1 count now. This Still nobody out here. 8-7 the score. Houghton kicks and deals. Scoring to bunt is Kelly, and he lays down a good one. Trying to make the play over at third is McNeven. Throwing out in time. It'll be a bunt single for Zane Kelly as he loads him up here in the bottom of the 7th. Davis Minton over at third. Trying to make a play, but a perfect bunt from Zane Kelly. And now all juiced up for Jack Ruckert. Had the bases loaded earlier in this one. Drove across 2 in that at bat. It was a fielder's choice with 1 out. A throw from second, an attempt to turn a double play. So that one jammed over. They're going to come home with it. Throw pulls him away. Another one coming around. Martinez scores. So does Dane Morrow. And it's another infield ground ball that drives across 2. It'll be ruled an E4, and the Packers are to double digits, 10-7 the score.
Well, I mean, I was saying that the Kings needed to put the ball on the ground. Turns out Packers need to put the ball on the ground, and that's going to be the day for Houghton. But my goodness, that's what they needed, some insurance heading into the 8th with a guy who's been locked down his entire Packers career. So exceptional there.
So Houghton did what he needed to do, got the ground ball to second. The errant throw from E.J. Cord pulled Hendricks away. Some great base running from Dane Morrow, scoring from second on the air. Jack Rucker now has 4 RBIs on a fielder's choice with an error and a straight error by the second baseman. Well, not a bad night for 2 infield ground balls with the bases loaded.
Coming to pitch for the Kings, number 39,
Joe Weiser, the big righty, will come in to pitch for the Kings.
Joe Weiser. Another Palomar College kid. Went to Granada High.
Powerhouse out there in Granada.
Home of Tommy Brown.
Same town as him as well, from Livermore, California. It's a big body out there on the mound, 6'4".
Yeah, I mean, Livermore High and Granada High both have exceptional players, both located in Livermore. And Granada is great at baseball, great at a lot of sports. Not as good at football as Livermore, though. Livermore, they're known for they're the Cowboys, and they really are basically bring players that look like they're Cowboys. I mean, guys that are 6'4", 6'5", built like Cowboys, built, as a great analyst once told me, they're built like corn-fed dudes from Iowa. They're built into great athletes, and I can say from firsthand experience playing against Livermore in water polo, their goalie, 6'9". The average height of their starting lineup was 6'6". Their goalie was 6'9". They had a player who was guarding me who was 6'11". Basketball and water polo athlete. Weirdest mix I've ever seen.
As for not so tall players, Brendan Lewis pinch running over at first. Speedy 5'8" shortstop at Arizona State coming in for Dane Morrow. And Hideki Prather with 2 ducks on the pond.
And Prather is amazing, and we'll see if he can continue to be amazing for the Packers.
Lewis will fill in at second. We've seen him play every position in the infield now except for first. He's played third, short, and now second, assuming he comes in next half inning. So that one outside. First pitch to Prather after the step off is the ball for a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Weiser didn't see any action his freshman year at Palomar, but doing some work, hoping that he changes it around.
1-0 pitch to Prather. That one smoked down the left field line, but well foul. As that breaking ball was hung over the heart of the plate. Big swing there from Prather. talked about Zane Kelly's speed. He's off second right now. Any base hit would probably score him. Brennan Lewis coming in as well. That one up and in. He'll hold off. Brennan Lewis was a two-way guy in high school. A .08 ERA with 71 strikeouts over 78 innings. Also hitting 16 homers and 349. 2-1 to Prather, fouled back into the mitt with Caleb Hendricks. Now a 2-2 count here. Nobody's still away. Runners off first and second. And Joe Weiser trying to come in and get a quick out. The deuces to Prather. That one hit hard but foul as well. It's time down the first baseline. Prather will stay alive. A 2-2 count again. Weissert trying to finally put Prather away. Breaking ball cut on and missed as Prather will go down on strikes. One away here. 2 runs already across and still 2 aboard. As JC Osorio-Guard, the solo home run hitter, one of 2 home run hitters in this game, is at the dish.
Well, Packers are going to just try and keep the line moving. Right now, only 1 down, so big spot for Osorio-Guard.
It's reached twice as that one hit well to left field. Miyamoto camped underneath it, and he'll put it away for the second out. Good swing there from a guard. Nonetheless, just right out of man for an out. Now Cade Campbell trying to avoid leaving 2 stranded here in the bottom of the 7th. Campbell, 1 for 3 on the day, has an RBI single and a walk. 2 outs now. That one fouled off his own foot. No 1 count. Weiser doing a good job so far. Trying to hang 2 out there. Kelly off a second. Lewis at first. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Weiser fires. That one out straight up into the screen. Now an 0-2 count. Joe Weiser just 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. He's retired 2 straight since he's entered. Trying to make Cade Campbell the 3rd. Oh, 2 pitch from Weiser on its way. That one above the zone. .6'4" doesn't blow the doors off. It's in the mid-80s. Now 1-2. Checks Kelly at second. Now comes home. That one fouled back, and Campbell will stay alive.
Campbell has been in this spot before where he's had to come up clutch with Cal this year, and see if he can come up clutch for the Packers.
Still 1-2, battling for his life. That one, breaking ball, just misses. Really close pitch to take there, but did just miss the strike zone. Now a 2-2 count. The shortstop out of Cal. Good job to battle at this at-bat and just stay alive. Weiser on his way home. That one skied way up in the air and on the infield. Minton coming in at the 3rd baseline and makes a catch. Has to drop down to a knee, but does the job. So 2 stranded, but a couple of hits bring across 2 runs for the Packers. It was ultimately an error that scored the pair. 10-7 the score here through 7. Mason Lorma back on the bump here to start the 8th. Looking to get through one more inning of work before Brandon Mann is scheduled to come and close things out for the Packers.
This has been quite the back and forth game.
Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here. It's Lorma's first pitch, just misses for a ball. It's going to be Rashawn Priest out of Ottawa University, Kansas.
A lot of Ottawa universities. There's one in Arizona.
There is. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count now. Coming in to pinch hit for Ethan Flynn, who pinch hit for Jacob Yeater in the DH spot.
My goodness.
That one on its way. Check swing over to the third base side. Osario a guard all the way across. Wilson Fort's got it at first, one away. So Priest retired. And another pinch hitter coming in here. It's time for Emmett Johnson, who had a pair of walks and reached on air, reached all 3 times. As Lorma fires, big swing and a miss, way out in front there. This time it's James Hartman coming in from Contra Costa.
Well, you're playing the Vallejo game again. Contra Costa.
Costa,
Don't worry about it.
I was thinking Costa Rica was my thought.
Yeah, it's very weird the way that these California towns are. Just add another one to the list, honestly.
0-2 to Hartman, got him looking. Lerma is dominating on the mound right now. And strikes out James Hartman. Made quick work of the first 2 batters at the bottom of the lineup for the Kings. Lerma with what was his 4th strikeout. First pitch, again for a strike, and he is just hammering the zone right now. An 0-1 count now. John Bullock at the plate, leadoff hitter for the Kings. That one in there for a strike. Right at the knees, perfectly clipped the bottom of the zone. And time called here by Kyle Gross as he's going to talk to his leadoff man. The College of Marin. Currently 1 for 4 on the night. Mason Lerma ready to go on the mound, hasn't budged. 1 strike away from retiring the side. And time called by Bullock. Lerma will be forced to reset. Now we're ready to go. Lerma, the 0-2 on its way. That one fouled off. And Bullock will just barely stay alive. The 0-2 yet again. Hit rewind. Lerma on his way. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Just holds up on a spiked slider. And Lerma looking for the swing and miss in the dirt. Now 1-2 count is the words from Kyle Gross will help John Bullock stay alive. Lerma set 1-2. Just misses off the outside corner. Just worked through this inning efficiently. Had to get 1 more out than he thought he would. Had to face 2 more batters to do it. As Hugo talked about earlier, went 5.2 in game 2. 2-2, that one skied into right field. Going back is Morrow, who makes the catch. Quick work for Lerma, who skips the line into the dugout yet again. He holds the Kings to 7. 10-7 the score. Packers looking for insurance in the bottom of the 8th. Jake McCoy to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. 10-7 the score as the Packers currently hold the lead, but it's been back and forth all night long, and a little insurance would sure go a long way. First pitch, Weiser still on the mound. That breaking ball misses, ball 1. Weiser came in with 2 on, no one out. Was able to retire 3 straight, putting away Prather, Osorio at guard, and Cade Campbell. Now has to face McCoy, Austinfort, and Martinez, who are due up. That one outside corner for a strike. Count moves to 1-1. One count. Weiss fires. That one fouled straight back. Now 1-2. Weiser trying to put away his 4th straight batter. Trying to retire McCoy. 1-2 pitch. Nobody out here. McCoy, the leadoff man of the 8th. Breaking ball above the zone. It's a 2-2 count now. Weiser set. Now he'll rock and fire. That one gets away from him in the dirt. All the way to the backstop. Count is full. Good battle back from Jake McCoy here, trying to get aboard as the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 8th inning. San Jose State already has 1 home run here tonight, a 3-run shot that gave the Packers the lead. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. 4 straight retired for Joey Weiser as he puts down McCoy on strikes. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Once again, batting from University of Michigan, number 12, Matthew
Austinfort will step up.
Well, all things considered, McCoy still probably the front runner for player of the game. And go-ahead homer, and then an inning later, go-ahead single.
Well, first pitch to Matthew Austinfort in the dirt out of Michigan. Quite the interesting walk-up song. Morgan Wallen, the song told me he picked that song because it mentions wine and figured it would be fitting for wine country. 1-0. That one inside. Now 2-0 for Austinfort. Big power in his bat. 2-0 on its way. That one hit high in the air and deep to right field. Getting well foul. Giving chase all the way over is Clayton. But well out of play as anything caught beyond that fence down the first base side is not considered an out. Wouldn't have gone against him, but a long run for a catch that wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to leave it all out there on the field, even though it might be technically off the field.
Gotta love the effort from Miles Clayton. It's a 2-1 count now. One away for Austinfort, trying to get something going. That breaking ball misses. A 3-1 hitters count now to Matthew Austinfort. 1 for 4 with a double. 3-1 pitch. That one outside, he'll leave it there, and that'll be ball 4. So he will reach by a walk and set up his future Michigan teammate, and who just transferred.
Actually,
Pardon me, Martinez pinch hit for by Will Van Wee, who is not a catcher. So we will see someone come into the field at catcher next inning.
I don't know if it was Van Wee or if it was Osenfort. I think it was Osenfort, and I think they were doing work with him at first base, but he was in a squat at working on blocking balls, keeping balls in front of him. So, I mean, could be first baseman work, could be future catcher work.
First pitch outside for ball 1. Looks like Dane Morrow still on deck. 1-0 count now. Big swing and a miss there from Van Wee. He's had himself a strong start to the year. Batting .333. 5 RBIs for him as well. Also drawn 5 walks. And a 1-1, one away here. Austin Ford off of first. That one inside almost got him. See who comes in. Tommy Brown is warming up pitchers in the bullpen tonight. That one misses away. 3-1 count now to Van Wee. Also have Hideki Prather, who's at DH. I don't know what the rule would be on him being able to move to catcher.
They pull him from the DH spot, then that means that the pitcher has to hit, so don't know.
3-1. That one popped up, but gonna get out of play. Now count full.
I mean, to be honest, with Brandon Mann likely coming in to close this thing out and get a save here, and potentially some more insurance runs, I don't think it's far to think that Coach Gomes would pull Hideki and put him in the field, because why not?
Full count almost got him. That will be ball 4 as Van Wee able to draw a walk, back-to-back walks. And that'll set up Dane Morrow. Morrow up. He's reached base 3 times. Para walks and was hit by a pitch. 0 for 1 with 4 plate appearances. So Van Wee and Austin Ford aboard. Michigan's Dane Morrow trying to drive them in. One away here. Weiser kicks and deals from the stretch. Back pick to first. That one almost sailed into right field. But a good stop over at first by John Bullock to hold everyone where they are. A 1-0 count. Weiser staring down at second. Now fires home to Morrow, who hits one high and deep to right field. This one all the way back to the track. Miyamoto will make the catch. A big fly out there for Morrow. Just missed that one to the opposite field. Now 2 away in the bottom of the 8th as the lineup will flip itself around for Zane Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly's great. I mean, we've already seen him lay down a great bunt. We saw him walk back in the 5th, and I mean, he's competing for that outfield, everyday outfielder spot, and Will Patrick has a guy on his heels pretty quickly here.
Big spot here for Kelly. Up 3, but would love a little more as that one cut on and missed for a first pitch strike. One count now. Weiser was able to get out of this same spot with no one out. I'm just trying to do it with 1 out. This one lined to the right center gap. This could be extra bases. Around third comes Austin Ford. He'll be in to score. Joey Gomes breaks out the windmill. Here comes Van Wee. Throw cut off, not in time. A 2 RBI double for Zane Kelly. 12-7 pack.
Well, takes away the opportunity for Brandon Mann to come in with a save, but it gives the pack a bit of an extension here with Lewis coming up.
Brendan Lewis started the last 2 games coming in as a pinch hitter in this one. Originally a pinch runner, but now playing second base as he came in for Jack Rucker. Well, his first at-bat of the game. Has one in scoring position after the double from Kelly. Breaking ball, loops in there, strike 1. Oh, 1. I want a breaking ball club to left field. Well, foul, but might have had the distance.
I think the owner of that Subaru's got to be pretty happy. That one landed right at the base of the wall. That one looked out to me.
I think that hit the tree out by the bullpen. I saw some leaves come flying down. Might have had the distance, but now 0-2 to Lewis. Has a home run on the year, almost hit a second, but was just fouled to that pull side. 0-2. I want a high pitch, chopped at it, and able to stay alive. No 2 count. Lewis trying to keep the 2-out rally going. 2 already across here in the bottom of the 8th. Weiser deals home. That one hit high and deep to right field. Racing over is Clayton. Diving effort. It gets away from him. Lewis on his horse now. He's digging for 3. Van Wee across to score. Throw into third. Beat him by a good bit. But the run does come across to score. Zane Kelly scores from second. And it's an RBI double for Brendan Lewis, as he adds a little extra insurance for the Packers. 3 runs come across in the bottom of the 8th inning on a couple of hits, a double and a pair of doubles, rather, as the score moves to 13-7. Brandon Mann looking to close things out in the 9th.
Welcome back here. Hugo Traverso alongside Easton Stockford. The 9th inning has descended upon us as the sun casts its shadow on the hills of Sebastopol. It paints the sky here in Healdsburg as EJ Cord will step to the plate. 2-3-4 due up here in the 9th against Brandon Mann. The first offering from the Michigan righty is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Man, works that slider a lot. It's his best pitch. He throws it for strikes. He throws it for swings and miss out of the zone as well. He's been dominant to start the year.
Here's the delivery from Mann. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 there. 0-2 on a pitch that was low in the zone. Mann has just been able to pound the strike zone and attack. Mid-90s fastball.
4 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, no runs allowed.
Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. Cord rightfully lays off of that one.
He's only allowed 1 hit as well. Pair of walks. He's been really sharp to start the year. 22.5 Ks per 9.
Just filthy from Brandon Mann. That's what he likes to do here for the Packers. 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball again that skips in the dirt. Tommy Brown now in the game as the catcher.
First time he had a night off all year, caught every game, but coming in the 9th.
Yeah, well, get your guys some reps. 2-2. Upstairs, count moves full. Great job here from Cord to lay off the swing and miss pitches. Doing an exceptional job here. Lincoln Potters and Humboldt Crabs duking it out up at McBean in Clay City. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. That's one. And now Miles Clayton will come to the plate. Packers 2 outs away from their first league win in 2026. If they are able to hold on, Mason Lerma gets the win. Moves to 1-0 on the year. Cole Houghton takes the loss. Creeping up on hour number 3 here. The pitch to Clayton. Breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Called ball 1-0. Crowd is thinned out now as the sun is setting here. 1-0. Outside 2-0. Man, Packers have been one of the best bullpens in the entire Pac Empire League up until last loss against Chico. So that pitch skips in the dirt, check down to the third base. Umpire, after the check swing, is a no-siree. So 3-0 now as it stands to Clayton. The pitch. A buffet count is in there for a called strike, 3-1.
Don't see a whole lot of fastballs, but 3-1. Spot where you're going to see either a sinker or a cutter out of man. Doesn't throw a four seam.
The 3-1 swing, and that one's fouled back. Count now moves to 3-2. So man starting to use a little bit of his power. Not many people know this about him, but he was recruited as I believe a quarterback and tight end by the University of Michigan before joining the baseball team. The payoff is fouled off to the left down the third base line.
Actually, was a part of that national championship team and was a part of the team that lost to TCU at the Fiesta Bowl, which is the game I was at. So I've seen Brandon Mann play baseball and football.
Yeah, quite crazy, quite the career for him, and he's really embraced Sonoma County over the past 2 years. The 3-2 on the way. In the dirt, check swing. He did not go, says the home plate umpire, and Clayton waltzes to first. Runner on base here for the Kings. So far, as it stands, 7 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Kings. Packers 13 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors. So it's been quite the night of miscues and mistakes. But with 1 down, Caleb Hendricks comes to the plate. First offering from Mann as he kicks and delivers is grounded foul. Bit of confusion on that play. If you are watching our video stream, Osario Agard thought that play was fair. So did the runner and basically everyone that wasn't at the plate.
I think it went off his foot there.
Yeah, I guess so. So the count goes to 0-1 against Hendricks. Struck out his last time up. The 0-1 from Mann on the way. Is in there. Called strike on the inside part of the zone at the knees. Mann and Lerma always piggyback off of each other. 0-2. On the way from Mann. Breaking ball just upstairs. Missed by maybe an inch and a half.
Might have been less. Awfully close there.
So 1-2 now. Mann, the Wolverine, trying to claw through here for the Packers. The 1-2 throws him there. Strike 3. And Hendricks is sat down for the second time tonight. Second time consecutively, third time tonight. Hat trick now for Hendricks. And 2 strikeouts so far for Brandon Mann. Now it is all up to Wyatt Miyamoto to keep the Kings in this game. See what he can do. Right-handed hitter steps in against the righty. Mann, the first pitch is in there. Called strike on the inside part of the zone. 0-1 now. Mann dialed in here. 0-1 with 2 down, runner at first. 13-7 here in the top of the ninth. Packers looking to close it down. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Dashed out of the zone and eluded a chase from Miyamoto. Now count moves to 0-2.
Miyamoto's already been struck out by man this year on June 9th.
Here we go. Here come the ovation, the pitch, swing and a miss. Ball gets behind Brown. He's going to have to throw it over to first. It is off the mark. Oh my goodness, Osenfort can't reel it in. What a disaster. So the potential now for a man to strike out the side with 4 strikeouts, as now an error again by the first baseman. What is that, 5 now, Easton?
Yeah, just sloppy. I mean, the throw was there. It hit him right in the head. Not sure if he lost it in the lights, maybe. It gets tough out here when it gets a little darker, but just an absolute blunder over at first.
Well, knocked his glasses off for sure. As now Davis Minton will have another chance. Here's the pitch, and that one is in the dirt. 1-0. So 1-0 with 2 down and runners on first and second. 13-7 lead for the Pack.
Man's just got a chance to rack up that Ks per 9 now.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low at the shins. 2-0. Right now, if Minton is retired, it'll be 8 runners left on tonight by the Kings. The 2-0. Breaking ball, so filthy. Falls right into the zone.
That's not even fair. He thought that was going to hit him. It was right down the middle.
Beautiful there. Two 2-1. Goes right back to that breaking ball, and it is in the dirt. 3-1 now. Buffet count for Minton. Struck out swinging his last time up. The 3-1. Breaking ball. Upstairs. And now the bases are loaded. And upon further review, if ABS was a thing in the PEL, that would be confirmed a strike. So now bases loaded for Blake Porter, and man gets another shot at ending this game. Does this officially make it a save potentially?
I don't know the official ruling on that.
The first offering is a big swing and miss from Blake Porter. 0-1 now with the bags juiced. 13-7 the score. The pitch from Mann. That one is low and away. 1-1. What do you think he's going to throw here, Easton?
1-1. I think he goes almost, could go to that curveball the rest of this at bat.
1-1. Well, he goes right back to it, and it falls beautifully right into the zone for a called strike. 1-2. Here comes the ovation. Senior Tuesday. They've stayed the distance in a 3-hour game. Brandon Mann to send us home. The 1-2 on the way. Is low and away again with that breaking ball. And so I think the fans want to head back home and catch the Jordan-Austria game. Ovation coming yet again. 2-2, Deuces Wild to send us home. Swing, and this one's grounded to first. Osenfort makes the play. The shovel to first is in time. And that's the ball game. 13-7, the Packers hang on.
Really good job, Brandon Mann. Showing resilience was really the mantra for the night. I heard Coach Joey Gomes talk a little bit. I walked right past the dugout. He said, hey, we're in a dogfight, so let's punch him in the mouth. And that's exactly what they did. Fell behind in this game, but stayed strong all the way through and showed they can hang with anyone ahead or behind. Really good opening game for league play.
Well, a 3-hour, 9-minute game. I'll turn it over now to Easton Stockford and Julian Corey for your post-game wrap.
Yeah, and it was, like I said, just a show of resilience out there offensively and defensively, and it was really just punctuated by Brandon Mann. But what do you see from the offense as a whole? Arguably one of their most impressive offensive performances of the entire year. 13 runs across on 10 hits.
Yeah, I mean, it was really nice to see them get back into double digits. You know, last game only 6 runs. Offense looked a little shaky, couldn't deliver in the big moments. And something, you know, we saw early and we really harped on was the fundamental of baseball, their ability to get hits with runners in scoring position, even if it wasn't the flashy hit, the base running, putting pressure on the defense. We finally got a little more of that today. Cord makes an error on the Rucker hit to second, throws it home, kicks off the catcher Hendricks' glove. Finally see that style of play that we've been hoping to see from the Packers. They take advantage and ride it to a big victory. And, I mean, we've been waiting for him to get hot. The first couple of broadcasts, we were like, Jake McCoy, he's going to pick it up. He's going to pick it up. And finally, we started to see him heat up a little bit. And here we are, a big 3-run home run. First homer of the year for the Pack with runners on base. It was just really fun night overall. And as you mentioned, a good show of resiliency.
And back to Jake McCoy, just a show of how much experience matters. Came through when it mattered most. Hit the go-ahead 3-run home run in the 5th inning, which gave the Packers the lead after they fell behind by 2, and then also had a go-ahead RBI on the single his very next at-bat. And a lot of those experienced guys have really been the ones to step up. Even Hideki Prather today wasn't his best night, but had some really strong at-bats. But it did feel like there was a little left to be desired, specifically on the defensive side of things. You look at 5 errors on the night, 6 if you count the passed ball that scored a run when Mason Lerma came in. What do you think needs to change there? Is that a mindset thing, or is that just something that kind of comes with time and will change as the season goes on?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think the West Coast Kings displayed a good amount of speed today and maybe put a pressure on the Prune Packers defense that we haven't quite seen yet. I mean, they really forced some tough throws. We saw the ball kick off Osario Agard, and Campbell tries to recover, and that one gets by. So I think a lack of communication, you know, the field can play tough sometimes, so that can factor into it. You get a lot of bobbles and not making the right reads. It's something that the Packers are just going to have to adjust to. The season is still young. But I think just communicating, really harping on that. Would like to see, you know, maybe a couple more reps during batting practice, you know, try and just smoothing things out. And the goal is you want it to get to a point where it's just second nature, and when the ball's coming to you, it's just easy to field and easy to throw over, and it's just like the back of your hand.
You mentioned the 3-run shot from Jake McCoy as well. The first multi-run home run of the entire season was 8 solo shots, and then the 9th home run's finally a multi-shot home run. And there was about a 3-game stretch where the wind was blowing in, and it kind of held those home runs back, and we said it was the return of the long ball. But these last 2 games feels like the revenge of the long ball. Shout out to my Star Wars fans out there. But what have you seen at the plate? What have you seen switch, and how has that power just really come out of nowhere after 2 or 3 games where they didn't have any, and now they're hitting the ball over the fence, it feels like every other inning?
I mean, the wind blowing out definitely helps a little bit, you know, when it's working against you, especially in this Northern California air. It can get a little crisp and make the ball die a little bit. But I think one of the things we noticed early on in that first practice, we were watching them take batting practice, when you hit that ball to right field, it's going to carry no matter what the conditions are. And most of the home runs we've seen, for an exception, I believe, 2 of Prother and Osario Agard and Logan Sutter, so 3, have gone to right field. I mean, Olsen Fort hits the one off the press box in right. Osario Agard goes the other way today. Zane Kelly hits one down the line in right. So if you're able to just backspin the ball to the right side of the field here, it really seems like it gives it that carry, and that only comes with a disciplined and veteran approach, and that's what they displayed these last couple of games.
Well, Julian, it certainly wasn't a pretty one tonight, but it was a win for the Packers as they get off to a 1-0 start in Pacific Empire League play with a 13-7 win over the West Coast Kings. Mason Lerma gets the win for the Packers, 2.1 innings pitched for him. But we will be right back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. first pitch, as the Packers look for a sweep over the West Coast Kings. Final score here at Rec Park, 13-7. The Packers get the job done. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for the second game of the PEL.